Hi, Richard Tang, CEO of Zen Internet, here with Natalie Strange, who is the Managing Director of RPS, one of our partners. Welcome, Natalie.
Thank you.
Who is also the co-chair of the Comms Council Women in Tech group.
Yep.
So let's start with Women in Tech.
Yep.
In our industry, in the channel, where are we from your perspective in terms of the need to get more women into our industry?
Okay, so I suppose from a standpoint of where we are today, I definitely think we've made a lot of progress over the past 2 years. I think we can see a change in the industry in general, where there's a lot more female leaders that are apparent in the industry, and I think we're seeing a change within businesses as well, taking it a lot more seriously now. So you've got the sort of the Ofcom pledge and a lot of the bigger providers getting involved in that. I still do think there is a massive challenge though. I think the latest statistics was there's still only about 7% of women in the telecoms industry, which is still really significantly low. And a lot of those aren't in those sort of senior level positions. So when we look at sort of the managing director level or the C-suite level, we're not sort of getting that variety or diversity as part of those discussions for businesses now, which I do think we will start seeing shift and change over the next few years, because everybody's now starting to realize that you need that diversity, and that's not just male and female, that's just in general, to be able to sort of thrive as a business and push things forward for their consumers generally, because they're the people that are buying the stuff. So you can't just have the one-sided opinion of what you're selling, you've got to have sort of that 360. So we are making progress, I think, and as part of sort of that Women in Telecoms group, we can see that change coming, but there's still a lot of work for us to do.
So going in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely.
And keep pushing.
Yeah, keep pushing.
Yeah, we've got a big Women in Tech group. In fact, the biggest of our diversity groups at Zen is our Women in Tech group. We do loads of stuff with schools and colleges and mentoring and throughout the organisation. Let's just keep on doing it.
Yeah, and I think as a sort of Zen partner, we've been really sort of privileged that we get exposure to a lot of different places. So I get to do the stuff with the Comms Council, but as part of sort of Zen's Women in Tech as well, we're all talking to each other about those same things. So we're not sort of battling separately. We're all talking about the right stuff, and if somebody's already tried something, we're having those conversations together, so we're not repeating those mistakes.
Yeah.
So it's all about that sort of like business-wise, really, across the industry, as all having those open conversations, which I think that Zen really advocate as part of our industry, which is nice. So
fantastic. Okay, you've been a Zen partner, or RPS has been a Zen partner for over 20 years. So massive thank you to you and all your colleagues at RPS for your custom over 20 years. So brutally honest, what do we do well and what could we do better?
Okay, so so RPS have been a partner of Zen for a long time, since I've been part of the company, which is over 10 years now. So for us, it's been, as a business, for us, we've always sort of valued customer service and our team above anything else. So we've never been a company that's gone out for sort of that profit or sort of that pure sort of like the growth purpose of making money. And out of all of the providers that we see, Zen have always aligned with that vision that we've had. So all those years ago when RPS was a lot smaller, it was finding a provider that worked alongside us. So if we ring and we have an issue, we know that your team are going to deal with it like our team do. So we want our customers to feel that support all the way through that journey. And we know that if there's a real problem, that the team at Zen will pick it up. And we've been really lucky that when things do go wrong, and they do go wrong sometimes, that we have that confidence in Zen that they will deliver on what they say. So if somebody comes to me and says, we're going to do this, as a business, we know that that's going to be delivered on. And I don't think that we see that in sort of other suppliers that we have worked with in the past. So that is why we have remained for a very long time, and will for a very long time going forward as well. So
fantastic.
It's been a nice journey for us to do together for many, many years.
And what could we do better? If you were to put your finger on one thing, you know what, Zen would be even better if it did X.
For me, personally, for our business, it might be very different for other people. The bit we struggle the most with is our number porting side of things.
Right.
So number porting generally is I'm going to say the hardest thing in our industry, because there's just so much that needs to be fixed with it. But our biggest challenge that we have is on that side, and I think that comes more down to that skill set of nobody really wants to pick it up because it's just so messy. But that would be the thing that if we thought about sort of the barrier that we face most frequently as a business, it would be number porting.
Okay.
Which is probably very specific to us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, there's the message. We need to redouble our efforts to make a difficult process a bit easier. Natalie, that's been great. Thank you very much.